Hi, Aquarius. This is your weekly reading for July 12th through the 18th. We are going to just jump right in. We're going to take a look at the person on your mind. We're also going to look at their feelings and intentions for you this week, what their next moves are towards you. We're going to look and see if there's anything that you don't know that you should know, or any hidden information. We're going to figure that out if it's there. And we will get you some advice at the end. So, Aquarius, what's going on? Let's see about the person on your mind for this week. July 12th through the 18th, please. Clear messages for Aquarius. Okay. The person on your mind, you get the King of Cups. This could be someone that you have a lot of love for, obviously, right? Your situation is the Five of Wands. That's arguing, like disagreeing. Challenged by the Five of Cups. There's a lot of conflict here, Aquarius. Your person's feelings for you this week is the Page of Cups. Their intentions is the Ace of Wands. Their next move is the Eight of Cups. What you may not see coming is the Hanged Man. And you have the King of Wands as your advice. Aquarius, you've got somebody walking away this week. And it could be you, it could be your person, but there's just a lot of there's a lot of sadness here. There's a lot of loss, a lot of grief. There are two people here who are both like solid, good individuals, right? Like who have done a lot of stuff in their life on their own and have been successful in their own right. And they both have not too high of standards, but high standards. And in coming together, there's something that's not met one or the other's expectations, and it's caused a separation. Let's clarify the person on your mind. Why is the King of Cups the person on Aquarius's mind? Clarify the King of Cups, please. I mean, you see them as someone who makes decisions with their head and their heart, right? You see them as someone who has a lot of emotional intelligence and who embraces their emotions. This isn't someone who avoids their emotions. As clarified with the Chariot, the Nine of Cups, and the Four of Swords. Yeah, this person is as left to protect their peace, basically. Yeah, like they love you to death, but there's something that's going on in this relationship, and that doesn't have to be romantic. It seems like it's romantic, but it doesn't have to be. Um, the conflict and the sadness following that conflict has caused this person to go somewhere else, and it's not because they don't want to be with you, and it's not because they don't love you. It's because I'm getting emotional. Um, it's because it was affecting them emotionally to the point where they were destabilizing. Why is the Five of Wands the situation for Aquarius this week? The Five of Wands is like, it's conflict, but it's conflict due to misunderstandings. It's not malicious. It's not fighting. It's like frustrating things that you can't seem to get on the same page about. It can also speak to just like trying to be heard. You have the World, the Three of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. Yeah, I mean, this is ended. This has already happened. You already know that this is over. There's a lot of heartbreak here. There's a lot of sadness, but it's like it had to come to an end because the two of you weren't understanding each other. And it's almost like, I don't understand why you can't understand me. You have a whole relationship, a whole lifetime, a whole 6 months, a whole year, however long, of feeling so connected to someone, and like you can tell them anything, we can talk about anything. And then all of a sudden, like you're not able to hear each other. That creates conflict in an otherwise good relationship. That can be so hard to reconcile. And it's like, it sucks because it's not anyone's fault. It's just you're like on two different frequencies, basically. Let's look at the Five of Cups here for the challenge. The challenge being the Five of Cups is like holding on to the past, holding on to what was instead of realizing like what is. And it's grieving after a breakup. The Five of Cups is also having a lot of regret. Like, I wish I just did that one thing differently or said that one thing. It's the Three of Pentacles, the Strength card, that's Leo energy, and the Two of Wands. So I think that there's a lot of regret here about not being able to come together. And it's like the things that have separated you are kind of nothing in hindsight, but could not be figured out in real time. And it's creating just like this overwhelming sense of, I'm not calling you a failure, Aquarius, you're not a failure, but that's the story that we tell ourselves. Like, I failed. I fucked up. And that gets in the way of seeing what can be done, right? Once you come to this decision that like it's over, it's done, I fucked up, there's nothing else I can do, then you can't see the two cups behind you that are still standing. That's repair. That's what repair looks like, you know? But it's like there's too much shame for me to put my tail between my legs and crawl back saying I'm sorry. Let's look at your person's feelings this week. They have the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is open, maybe a little naive, but like, it's they're not closed to this. You have the Magician, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Ten of Wands. Yeah, I mean, they're they're open. I don't know if it's to this situation or if it's to something else entirely, but um they want they don't want this to burden them. It's like they want they want to remain someone who is open to emotional experiences. And even if that's heavy emotional experiences, even if that's pain, even if that's breaking up, your person feels like that's just all part of it. Right? Your person we had here at the beginning is the King of Cups. That's somebody who embraces their feelings, even the bad ones, because ultimately it is good to process all that stuff, and that keeps you able to open up over and over again after a turbulent time. It's when you don't process your emotions, Aquarius, And I know Aquarius tends to do this. They tend to intellectualize their emotions. That's when they stick with you and become a heavy load on your back. For your person's intentions this week, they have the Ace of Wands. You know, they want a new beginning. They want something passionate. They want to move forward and just go for it. Let's see, what's that about? Is that talking about you, Aquarius? You have the Eight of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and, and the Seven of Wands. Aquarius, your person is very determined. They it's like, yeah, the situation sucked. Like I have so much love for Aquarius. I wish it worked out. It didn't work out, but I'm not giving up on finding that happily ever after. I'm not backing down from allowing good things into my life, right? They there's this sense of like, I'm moving forward. I'm willing to do the work. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make sure that good things are coming to me. That's a beautiful energy. Let's look at their next moves towards you. It's the Eight of Cups, which is telling me that it's away from you. No offense. That might make you happy. I don't know. You have the Eight of Swords, the Lovers, the Five of Swords. Yeah. Uh, your person is releasing both of you from this. They're just saying like, look, this isn't working anymore, so I'm gonna go, and that's gonna free both of you up. It never feels good to have to leave someone you love. It doesn't feel good to, it doesn't feel good to go from having someone by your side, having someone to bounce things off of, to talk to sleep next to sleep with, to making that decision to say like, I would rather do that with nobody than to do that with you. That's a hard decision to make. But when staying becomes worse than that other scenario of being alone, then that's your cue to leave. And this could be reversed, Aquarius. You could be the one who's walking away, or the one who's making that decision to like pull the plug for good. Just I, you don't have to blow things up for that to happen. Is something that I just want to say here with the Five of Swords and the Eight of Swords and the Lovers. It's almost like I need to free myself from you. So there has to be something like drastic that happens, something dramatic that happens. And that's not the case. You can just walk away. You don't have to make it, you don't have to make the other person bad, right? Or make yourself bad, self sabotage. Let's see. Why is the Hangman here for what you may not know? You have the Star, that's you, the Five of Cups again, and the Ace of Wands again. What you may not know this week, Aquarius, is that if you don't deal with the sadness, if you don't deal with this grief, if you don't process why you're feeling the way that you're feeling, you are going to be stuck in a perpetual cycle of feeling unfulfilled emotionally in your relationships. Like, I can see here that you're a very passionate person, that you lead with a lot of enthusiasm, But it's not just feeling the good feelings, you have to feel the bad feelings too. And what you don't see is like when those feelings are creeping in and you're doing everything possible to push them away, that's creating a bad situation for you down the road. And it feels like the right thing to do now, but it is not the right thing to do forever. That's what you don't see. You have the King of Wands here for your advice. That's saying, like, look at the big picture, right? Look at the big picture. Don't just try to, like, deal with what's right in front of you. Like, yes, be present, but at the same time, you have to take in account everything else that's going on. Clarify the King of Wands, please, for Aquarius. You have the Eight of Wands, the Eight of Cups, the Seven of Swords. Yeah, this is just saying, like, take your power back, take control of the situation. Don't allow what other people do to affect you in such a way that you start behaving outside of your character, right? Just hold yourself together and accept what's happening. You have to there's a level of not accepting what's happening here or over accepting it to the point of like I don't care about that. And we can see straight through that. Anyways, Aquarius, this is what I have for you this week. I hope it was helpful, and I'll see you next time. Bye.